Hi and welcome to another narration presented by yours truly, Cryptids Roost. Please be so kind as to throat punch the like button and smack the ass of the subscription button as well. And remember to tap that notification bell and then select all. That way you'll receive all notifications each time we upload new videos. I would like to reach out and say a huge thank you to those of you who have supported Cryptids Roost financially. We pray the good Lord replenishes you abundantly, and to those of you who will later on. We pray the Lord bless you as you do so. And also a huge thank you to everyone for always supporting the channel with your likes, comments and shares as well. It is all very much appreciated. God bless you all. So grab your coffee, sit back and enjoy the show. And don't forget, where fear is, happiness is not. Dying to Live. Part 2. This epic mini-series is written by getyaisha. If you would like to read more of their works, the Reddit link to their profile will be below in the description. Hey guys, Martin here. As luck would have it, I'm still a free man. Well, free-ish, I guess. A lot's happened since I left Texas. I'm still nowhere near finding out how to get rid of the gift, and those followers of the light assholes are still after me. Oh yeah, then there's the Russo brothers, Frank and Paul. I took out a loan and gave them a stolen car as payment. Unfortunately, they gifted the car to their mother and, she's currently serving 7 years for it. They've been chasing me for a while now. I know, I'm immortal and technically there's nothing they can do to me, but let me tell you something, dying hurts. I feel every second of that shit. And the comeback? Oh my god, you have no idea what it feels like to have your body stitch itself back together. It's not an experience I'm in a hurry to repeat. So yeah, I'm on the run. I wound up in Florida, Everglades City to be exact. I was just supposed to be passing through on my way to the Keys, but as the saying goes, God laughs while we make plans. My car crapped out on me and I had exactly $25 in my pocket. So, as you can probably guess, I started walking. I was strolling along DuPont Street till I came to a place called Captain Jack's. It's a bar that does airboat tours through the Everglades. A beer didn't sound half bad and it would give me time to come up with some choices, so I went in. Stepping in from the heat, the cool air from the AC instantly made me feel a little bit better. Once I'd taken a seat and ordered up a cold one, I took a look around. There was a young couple leaving with a tour guide near the rear exit, and a stubby older guy with long grey hair who's been watching football at the far end of the bar. By the way he was rooting for a specific team, I guessed he had money on it. The bartender, a taller guy with short dark hair, was keeping himself busy washing cups and wiping everything down. Gulping a mouthful of beer, I noticed something odd next to the cash register. There was a rock about the size of a softball mounted on a small metal stand. I was halfway through my drink when the bartender came back. Want me to freshen that up, or would you like anything else? I got a refill and asked about the rock. What can I say? Curiosity got the better of me. The bartender glanced over at it and shrugged. That's Jack's, you'd have to ask him. Teddy could probably tell you though. Hold on. He stopped and called to the guy at the end of the bar. Hey Ted! This guy! He glanced back at me. What's your name? I almost didn't want to tell him, but I caught myself blurting it out anyway. Martin. He turned and finished calling the guy over. Martin here, wants to know about Jack's rock. Teddy got up from his spot and walked over, still trying to keep his attention on the television. The rock? Oh yeah, that thing. Well, if you let Jack tell it, that's his lucky charm. He claims it helped him win a contest or something. About a year ago, I saw him throw it at some dipshit that tried to rob the bar. The freaking thing nearly killed the guy. The thought of seeing that rock bouncing off some dude's skull made me chuckle, as Teddy sat his empty mug on the bar. "Fill her up, Glenn, it's half time." Turning his attention back to me, he shot me a curious look. "So, you passing through, or on vacation?" Taking a swig from my beer, I shook my head. "Passing through. My car broke down a few miles up the road." Teddy smiled as a fresh drink the bartender passed him, then cleared his throat. "Looks like you're in luck, my friend. I happen to be the best mechanic in town. If it's got wheels and a motor, I can fix it. When the game's over, I'll take a look at it for you." I told him I didn't have enough cash to get it fixed, but he insisted on lending me a hand. Once the game was over, I settled my tab and headed out with him. His van smelled like weed, smoke and feet. When we got on the road, he lit a joint and passed it to me before striking up a conversation. "What's with all the scars? You some kind of tough guy or something?" I hadn't paid much attention to my appearance. The idea of me being a tough guy, as he put it, made me chuckle. "Nah, just unlucky, I guess. What's your story? You ride around playing the good guy, or you looking to get something out of it?" Passing the joint back to him, I waited on a response. After taking a couple of pulls, he exhaled and shook his head. "Yes and no. Or is it no and yes? I get that shit confused. Anyway, no, I don't normally ride around helping people. And yes, I expect to get something out of it. I'll fix whatever's wrong with your car, and in return, you'll do something for me. That's my offer. If you say yes, I'll check your car out and have it towed back to my shop. If you say no, I'll drop you off at your car, no harm, no foul." I can't lie, the whole scenario felt sketchy as hell. Easing a little closer to the door, I took a good look at him. Something like what? What are we talking about right now? Because if you're saying what I think you're saying, you can stop the fucking car and let me out. Teddy looked surprised by my response. "What? No, why would you think that? What's wrong with you?" "No man, all I need you to do is evict someone for me. I rent out a little condo on the lake, and this asshole hasn't paid me in 3 months. You go in and throw him out. The window, the door, I don't care which, just get him out of there. I'll even sweeten the pot and let you stay there till your car is ready. Sound good?" The offer didn't sound bad. With any luck, I could be back on the road in no time. I accepted. True to his word, he checked out my car and discovered the issue right away. Someone had put glue in my gas tank. He was shocked I'd made it this far. Once the tow truck got there, we loaded back into the van and took off for his property. When we arrived, he told me the unit number and stayed in the van while I went to the door. I pounded on it and waited, listening to whoever was on the other side, scrambling around before opening the door. The moment who I saw was on the other side of it, my jaw dropped. It was Oliver. For those of you who don't remember this dirtbag, he is, or rather, was a member of the Followers of the Light. The shithead took a chainsaw to me, then freaked out when I came back to life. When he realised who I was, he dropped to his knees. "Please, don't kill me! I swear, I'm not with them anymore! I'm just trying to get away from all that!" Glancing back over my shoulder, I could see Teddy watching with a huge shit-eating grin on his face. Turning my attention back to Ollie, I winced, remembering the feeling of that chainsaw grinding against my bones. "Get up! Get your shit and get out! You don't live here anymore. If I see you again, I'll hack you into pieces and feed you to the swamp." Nervously getting to his feet, he headed for the bedroom. I stuck with him just in case he tried something dumb. He rambled on while stuffing clothes into a trash bag and then stopped to look at me. I could help you. The followers are never going to stop looking for you. They're after me too. They think I helped you kill Gary and the others." I had to laugh. "Good. I hope they find you and peel you like a banana, you psychotic fuck. Now, if you're done asking stupid questions, finish getting your stuff and get out." It didn't take long to gather the rest of his clothes, and we passed through the condo. I felt the weird numbing sensation that happens just before I lose control of my body, and everything snapped into slow motion. Oliver, who was a few feet ahead of me, dropped the bag and spun around, lunging towards me with a knife in his hand. My mind went blank, but my body went on autopilot. I watched myself sidestep his attack and then shove him as he passed. That caused him to stumble and accidentally stab himself in the stomach when he hit the ground. As he started screaming and rolling around, everything went back to normal. I darted out the door and saw Teddy rushing up the stairs. He stopped when he saw the look of shock on my face. "What the hell happened in there? Why is he screaming like that? What did you do?" Before I could respond, the screaming stopped. I slowly turned to look inside and saw Oliver flopping around in a pool of blood. Teddy cautiously stepped by me and peeped in. "Jesus Christ, kid, I told you to throw him out, not kill him." I cut him off right there. "Whoa, I didn't do that. He did it to himself. All I did was get out of the way." Teddy shook his head and laughed as he turned to walk away. "Guess I'm not getting my money now. Great. Let him finish, then roll him up in the carpet. I'll pull the van around." I don't know what response I was expecting, but that wasn't it. Closing the door, I stood there watching Teddy calmly walk across the parking lot. A few minutes later, we were tossing the body burrito into the back of the van and driving away. Look, if it's all the same to you, I'd rather not be involved with whatever it is you have planned. Fuck the car, you can keep it. Just drop me off at the bus station and I'll figure it out. Teddy laughed at me and lit another joint. "Oh, it's way too late for that. You just helped me move a body. You're hip deep in this one, buddy. Besides, where are you going with no money? You might as well stick around till your car is ready. A deal's a deal. Trust me, no one's going to miss that asshole. We'll wait till dark, then borrow an airboat from Jack's and take this deadbeat out in the swamps. The gators will handle the rest." While the idea of feeding Oliver to the gators didn't bother me, the fact that Teddy wasn't disturbed by any of this did. I mean, any sane person would have hauled ass out of there the second they saw a body. But not him. He was calm, cool and collected, like he'd done this 1,000 times before. "You seem like you could have handled this on your own. Why'd you ask me to help you?" Hitting the weed a few times before passing it, Teddy coughed and shook his head. "Everyone around here knows I've been trying to toss this guy out for months. But thanks to squatters' rights and a small legal issue, I couldn't touch the freak without going to jail. This way is clean. Everybody wins. Well, almost everybody." He smiled and motioned to Oliver's body. I couldn't argue with his logic. In any case, it didn't matter. As much as I hated to admit it, he was right. I'd help move the body, no matter what else happened if we got caught. I was looking at a murder charge. We spent the rest of the day at his shop taking my car apart. When the sun finally went down and the bar was closed, we met Glenn on the docks behind the building. Teddy handed him some cash and he handed over the keys. Once we were sure he was gone, we put the body on the boat and headed out. I can't begin to tell you where we wound up. Teddy called the place The Hole, and it was absolutely crawling with some of the biggest alligators I've ever seen in my life, which isn't saying much considering I've never actually seen one. Using the knife Oliver provided, Teddy sliced the corpse open and stuffed a few rancid smelling fish inside before dumping him in the water. We watched the gators death roll their way through a fresh meal. Between the sights and sounds of a human body being torn apart, I was having a little bit of an issue keeping my lunch down. Trying not to puke, I looked over at Teddy, who was dumping the last of the rotten fish out of the cooler. "Jesus man, how many times have you done this? How the hell do you even know about this place?" He laughed, hopping back into the pilot seat. "More than a little, less than a lot. I found this place by accident. Me and Jack were tracking down the gator that ate his dog and we wound up here. A little confused and slightly disturbed by his reply, I didn't say another word till we were back at the docks. Once the airboat was clean, he drove me back to the condo. It's going to take me a week or so to get all the parts for your car. The place is yours till then. If you happen to need a few bucks, you should come by the shop. I know a couple of people who could use a guy like you. As I stood there watching him drive away, I couldn't help but wonder what kind of mess I'd gotten myself into. 2 days passed before I saw Teddy again. He showed up the front door with a pizza and a six-pack. As soon as I opened up, he gave me a big goofy grin. Hey bud, good news, bad news. The good news is the beer is cold and the pizza is hot. The bad news is going to take a little longer than I thought to fix your car. Stepping inside, he sat the pie on the table and cracked open a beer before flopping down on the couch. Since it looks like you'll be sticking around for a few extra days, I thought I'd stop by and see if you'd like to make some cash while you're here. My immediate answer was hell no. Then he pulled out a stack of money and dropped it on the table. I promise it's nothing like the last time. As a matter of fact, you won't even have to leave the condo to do it. All you have to do is look after a package for a few days till someone comes to pick it up. I'll give you $1,000 for your troubles. Come on man, it doesn't get much better than that. Closing the door and grabbing one of my last 2 cigarettes off the bar, I lit up and shook my head. Fuck you, Teddy, no, I'm not doing it. If it's that easy, why don't you do it? Teddy sat his beer down and took a slice of pizza from the box. There's a couple of reasons. One, I don't have the time. I'm working on your car, remember? And 2, the lady coming to pick it up doesn't like me all that much. Or at all for that matter. But she doesn't even know you, so she'll just take it and go. Come on man, I'll give you $1,500, but that's my final offer. I wanted to say no. I should have said no. But it was $1,500 as opposed to the $15 I had left to my name. I said yes, and a little over an hour later he was walking through the door with a young pregnant woman. Ted, what is this? Nope, this wasn't the deal. You said a package. That is not a package. The pregnant lady got offended by the way I was acting. First off, asshole, my name is Cian, and this, she said pointing at her belly, is the package. Jesus, Teddy, where'd you find this guy? He gave her a nervous smile, then motioned for me to step outside with him. The girl's a surrogate. I know I should have told you about her, but it's too late for that. Look at it this way, at least you'll have someone to talk to. Just keep her out of trouble and make sure she's happy till they come to get her. It's easy money. He patted me on the shoulder, then pulled a joint from his shirt pocket and started to walk away. Hey, where the hell are you going? What am I supposed to do with her? Still walking away, he laughed and told me I'd figured it out as he headed down the stairs. When I got back inside, Cian was warming up the leftover pizza in the microwave. When she saw me standing by the door, she gave me a salty look, then took her food before storming to the bedroom and locking herself in. I closed my eyes and rubbed my temples for a moment, then went to the refrigerator for the last beer. I just cracked it open when someone knocked on the door. Jesus, what is it now? Who is it? I took a gulp, stormed over and tossed it open without waiting for a response. Standing there, looking surprised, was a young guy. Clean cut with short hair, wearing a Deadpool t-shirt and ripped up jeans. Who are you? What do you want? He puffed up, trying to look less nervous. I'm Adam, Cian's boyfriend. Teddy told me she was here. Can I come in? Before I could attempt to fuck off, the bedroom door flew open and Cian came out smiling. It's about time you got here. Move out of the way, Martin. Let him in. I literally had to bite my ear to keep myself from saying something wrong. I let him in, then slammed the door and sat on the couch drinking my beer. I don't know how long it was before the two of them came in and sat across from me. Cian didn't bother trying to warm me up. She got straight to the point. I don't know how much Teddy told you, but this baby is important. The people paying me to carry it are super rich. I'm talking Bill Gates type of money here, and I want more. The thing is, I signed a contract. The only way I can get more money is if they can't get the baby. So, we want you to help us get away long enough to convince them to add a few more zeros to the check. Whatever Teddy's paying you, I'll triple it when we get the money. It didn't take long for me to see a glaring hole in her plan. What's stopping them from saying no and getting another surrogate? Sian paused and glanced at Adam, who reluctantly nodded his head. Then she turned her attention back to me. I'm carrying the last embryo. None of the others made it full term. Without me, they go extinct. Looking at the two of them, I could tell they were serious, but I didn't fully understand what she was getting at. I got up from my seat and grabbed my last cigarette from the bar. Extinct, huh? Correct me if I'm wrong, but babies are born every day. What do you mean? Adam finally spoke up. She's not carrying a baby. It's a pup. Look, the whole thing is really long and complicated, and we don't have time to explain it. Right now, all we need from you is a yes or no. The clock is ticking, and this is a boatload of money. What are you going to do? At first, this was the craziest thing I'd ever heard. Then I thought about my own situation. If I could be immortal, why couldn't she be pregnant with a pup? That still didn't change the fact that their plan was stupid and would probably get them both killed, which would mean I wouldn't get a dime. Firstly, a pup. You know what? Never mind, I don't want to know. Secondly, that's just flat out stupid. Even if what you're saying is true, there's no scenario that doesn't end up with them hunting you down and taking the baby. So for me, that's a hard pass. You sit here, shut up, and in a few days when they come to get you, you can try this shtick on them. Maybe you'll have better luck. Sian looked at Adam and shook her head. See, I told you this wouldn't work. Adam huffed and got up from his seat, pulling a gun from under his shirt and aiming it at me. Get up, go to the bathroom, turn the water in the tub on, and get in. Following his commands, I did as he ordered, with him keeping the safe distance behind me. Pull the curtains closed. I already knew what was coming. To be honest, if it meant getting these two out of my hair, I welcomed it. Just don't shoot me in the face, you piece of... I was cut off by the sound of the gunshot, followed by the feeling of bullets punching through my body. I felt one of my lungs collapse and the searing hot pain of lead ripping its way through my gut. Another shot shattered my collarbone, but the one that turned the lights out hit me in the heart. Suddenly I was floating in the darkness. I told myself if I ever got back there, I would try to focus and look around, but it's pointless, there's nothing to see. I could still feel the warm water washing over me and hear it running down the drain. I wondered why I didn't see Marissa there anymore, and I thought about how long I would be gone this time. I got my answer a lot sooner than I expected when I heard Teddy's voice. Holy shit! What happened in here? Oh fuck me, they killed him. Ugh, damn it, now I gotta clean this up and find those idiots. As usual, the light appeared over me and I felt my body restart, forcing me to sit up gasping for air and scaring the hell out of Teddy. Oh shit! Zombie! Before I could say anything, he cracked me over the head with something and I slipped back in the tub. It didn't knock me out, but it hurt like you wouldn't believe. He was just about to clock me again when I yelled, "Stop! I'm not a zombie! God damn it! Don't hit me again!" Still clutching what I realised was a collapsible baton, he stood there staring at me. This isn't happening. I checked your pulse. You were dead. It took close to an hour to explain everything, and I'm still not sure if he fully understood. As a matter of fact, I'm positive he didn't believe, because he kept referring to my condition as a superpower. It was a little irritating, but it wasn't important. When I told him about Cian and the baby, he had to sit down. This is a joke, right? Haha, very funny. Where's the girl? Quit screwing around. He hopped up and searched every inch of the place before finally accepting it. Oh, this is bad. This is so bad. We have to get her back here. If they show up and we don't have her, we're dead. Spotting my last cigarette on the floor, I scooped it up and lit it. No, you're dead. I'll be fine. Now that I think of it, I'm out. You can keep the other half of the money and the car. $700 is enough to get me far away from whatever this is. So goodbye, good luck, and fuck off. I turned and went in the bedroom to grab the money, but it was gone. Shit. Stepping into the doorway behind me, Teddy sarcastically chuckled. Oh, what's wrong? Did Bonnie and Clyde rob you on the way out? Guess you need to make a little cash now, don't you? Oh, I know. You could chase them down and get your money back. That would solve everything. I'll even drive you round so you can sniff them out with your superpowers. It's a win-win situation. You get your money back and I don't die. Everybody's happy. Tilting my head back and closing my eyes, I groaned, releasing a disgusting breath. Then looked at Teddy standing there with a big stupid grin on his face. I don't have superpowers. Stop saying that. I'm just like everybody else. I just can't die. But that's shut up. Don't say it. Don't even think it. I'm going to help you find them. And once I get my money back, you're on your own. Teddy smirked and uttered under his breath, superpower. I stopped and looked at him. He just shrugged. What? Come on, man, let's go. They've got a head start on us. They could be anywhere by now. The moment we hopped in the van, I felt the barrel of a gun press against the back of my head. Hello, Martin. Long time no see. Instantly recognising the voice, I closed my eyes. Hey, Frank. The next thing I knew, I'm waking up in the trunk of a car listening to Frank and his brother arguing. After a few minutes, the car stopped. I braced myself, thinking they were going to open the trunk and shoot me, then dump the whole thing in the swamp somewhere. When it opened, Paul was standing there with a big gash in his forehead and what looked like a knife wound in his left shoulder. Out of the two of these psychopaths, Paul was the easier to deal with. But by the looks of him, he was in no mood to negotiate. Get out the car, scumbag. And don't you worry, when I find that pudgy pal of yours, I'm going to carve him up like a Christmas ham. That bastard maced me, then clubbed me over the head with something, and stabbed me while Frank was tossing your sorry ass in the trunk. Tell me his name, and maybe we'll make this quick, eh? Who am I kidding? This ain't going to be fun for you, shithead, but I promise, if you tell me his name, I won't cut your junk off and feed it to you. For a second, I thought I could possibly reason with them. Look, guys, I didn't know you were going to give the car to your mother. I thought you would take it to the chop shop and get your money out of it. How was I supposed to know? Frank stormed over and punched me in the side of the head so hard it made my ears ring. Fuck you, Martin. Ma had a heart attack and died her second week in the can. Nothing short of the hand of God is going to get you out of this. He was nearly foaming at the mouth. It dawned on me that all I had to do was let them kill me. They would be satisfied and I would have them off my ass. I just hoped they didn't cut me up and scatter the pieces. I smiled at the idea and well, they didn't like that very much. They spent the next few minutes beating the crap out of me. Literally. One of them hit me so hard I shit myself. Not my proudest moment, but hey, there it is. I looked at the two of them and smiled through bloody teeth before saying the filthiest thing I could think of. I won't repeat it here, but let's just say it alluded to their mother being very skilled at the oral arts. In any case, They didn't think it was funny. I was hoping they would just shoot me in the head, but instead Paul drove a buck knife through my ear into my brain. Mission accomplished. I found myself back in the void, listening to them argue before getting in the car and driving away. I was in no hurry to leave the darkness. It was the most peace I'd had since I got to Florida. I hung there staring straight ahead, thinking I could stay forever if I didn't look into the light. Then I heard a voice. "Would you get up already? No offence, your superpower is cool and everything, but you dying every couple of hours is costing me money." It wasn't long before the light brought me back, and I woke up to see Teddy dragging me by the ankles towards the van. "This is nice, but you can let me go now." He dropped my legs and turned to face me. "Well, it's about time. Shit, you're heavy." Getting up from the ground, I looked around and it didn't seem like much time had passed. How long was I gone? Teddy dug his phone out of his pocket and checked it. "I dunno, they took you about 2 hours ago. It took me a while to track you down." I was staying in the void for less time now. At first it was weeks, then days, and now it was hours. If things keep up at this rate, I'd almost immediately come back. I thought about that while we got in the van. Teddy was rambling on about something, but I wasn't paying attention. All I could think about was the fact that sooner or later the darkness would be gone forever. That had to mean something. I was lost in my own thoughts for a long while before Teddy realised I hadn't heard a word he'd said. He honked the horn twice and got loud. "Hey, are you listening to me? There's no way we're going to find that girl in time. We have to get the hell out of here." Rubbing my eyes, I shook my head and laughed. "There you go with that we shit again. Since my money is gone, we don't have to do anything. What you can do is pull over and let me out. Then you can do whatever the fuck you want." A genuine look of disappointment crept over Teddy's face. He pulled off the road and stopped, then dug in his pocket and took out my money. Tossing it in my lap, he shook his head and sucked his teeth. "The girl didn't take your money, I did. You were dead and I figured you wouldn't need it. But when you woke up and said you would help me find her, I kept it to myself thinking I'd give it to you later. The truth is, I'm a dead man if I don't get that girl back before they get to me. If you help me with this, I'll split the whole thing 50-50. That's 125,000 your way. And since this is partially your fault, I feel that's more than fair." I looked at the $700 in my lap, then up at the long dark road in the middle of nowhere. Shit. Teddy smirked at my reaction and tilted his head. "Is that a yes? Because it sounded a lot like a yes to me." Letting out a sigh and leaning back in my seat, I closed my eyes and gritted my teeth. Fuck it. Where are we going? Don't forget, if you enjoyed that story, be sure to pop over to the author's Reddit profile and drop them a line, or even give them a glowing review. I'm sure they really would appreciate it. The link to their Reddit profile will be below in the description. Please be so kind as to throat punch the like button and smack the ass of the subscription button as well. And remember to tap the notification bell and then select all. That way you'll receive all notifications each time I upload a new video. Oh, and don't forget to share the video far and wide. This will all help with YouTube's algorithm and will help to promote this channel more. And don't forget to check out the merch store. The link will be in the description and also in the video thumbnail. And if you would like an honourable mention, send in a snapshot of yourself with your purchase and I'll feature it in one of the videos. I now have my very own subreddit community where you can submit any stories you've written. You can submit your stories or encounters either there or send them to cryptidsroost@gmail.com. If you wish to remain anonymous, that's fine with me. All the links are below. I also have a Facebook group, Twitter, Reddit, and you'll also find me on Discord. If you would like to support this channel and help make it grow, my PayPal is paypal.me/cryptidsroost. Again, that will also be below. And don't forget, Where fear is, happiness is not.